Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Golgothan, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Kethane. In the last episode, we landed a mining rocket on the moon and began mining Kethane, but we ran out of fuel. So this is going to be my answer to that. This is a tug. It's basically exactly like it sounds like. I will fly this rocket, land it on top of the other rocket, hopefully without tipping it over, with this docking port, and then using these engines be able to just lift it right off the surface and tug it to the space station. It's a probe. It's an unmanned probe. Here you can see the core. Probe core is this little guy here. Then there's the advanced SAS, the RCS fuel here, battery. This is a docking port on one side, docking port on the other side. Solar panels, RCS thrusters in a bunch of spots. I got solar panels, not a lot of them. Well, this is actually a lot of them, but it'll be plenty on all sides so that no matter which way we're facing, we're gaining electricity, unless we're behind the planet. Some docking lights to make it easier to see what I'm docking. Little fuel tanks and atomic engines. The atomic rocket engines, these things are massively effective and efficient. With these tanks on them, could probably get anywhere in the solar system with ease. Once they get into the atmosphere or out of the atmosphere. For that part, I've got our asparagus staging with our separatrons and our fins here. And then here's a middle stage. I did a test flight with this, and this middle stage is not entirely necessary, but I'm going to keep it anyway for safety reasons. And I'm just going to launch this. I'm probably going to speed up the launch until we get to the moon. That way, I mean, you guys have seen me fly to the moon how many times now? If I do it on fast forward and talk over it, I'm not going to do it like chipmunky like I did with Red Rescue Team in this last episode, even though it was hilarious. I loved it. In this one, I'm just going to fast forward once the launch begins and then pick up talking on my own. I fast forwarded the launches for this because you've seen me launch to the moon before. This first one fails because I separated the second set of engines while they were still going, and they blew up the top half of my vessel. In the second attempt, I believe, is a successful one, where we actually make it to the moon. But we can talk about the new Mars news. India just launched a rocket, and they're planning to send a orbital probe to Mars. It's the Mars Orbiter Mission, or MOM as they're calling it. Hilarious. And it launched at 14:38 local time from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota near Chennai or something like that. I can't pronounce stuff. It successfully made it into orbit, and its plan is to orbit the Earth until November 30th, which I'm assuming is the transfer window, the appropriate transfer window to get to Mars, at least from the numbers that the Indian Space Center has come up with. So then this is going to be a huge step, because only two other nations ever made it. I think it's two. Oh, maybe it's three. Three nations. The U.S. with the Mariner 9 is the first ever probe to orbit another planet, which was awesome for Go USA. The Mars 3, which is a USSR orbital probe, and then those were both in the 70s. And then there is the Mars Express, which is Europe's only Mars mission to date, and it's still in operation. Oh, I'm going to talk about the landing here. Oh no, I'm just still inserting myself into orbit. Okay. Oop. All right. I'm going to talk about this landing here now. We'll get back to the Mars mission, to the MOM mission. All right. Oh yeah, so I switched over to the scanner so that we can get more data collected of spots on the moon. This actually kind of comes back to haunt me because when you switch to another vessel, that means you can't revert flight on a different vessel. But here we go. Now we're setting the trajectory, adjusting our orbit. It's an insane amount of delta V required for this orbital change, but we did it. Look at that. It's like a huge, like we're completely changing our direction by 90 degrees. We're making a 90-degree turn is what I'm doing here. It's a ridiculous orbital maneuver. But we do it. We accomplish it. We get over to the vessel. You can see the vessel is going to be underneath us. We'll be coming approaching on it soon here. There it is. Open up the docking port because in one of my test flights I forgot to do that. And then tried to land this tug and the engines broke off and it was horrible. But there you can see underneath us is our soon-to-be landing site. The previous Kethane Miner. Whoa. Alright. We'll go straight down here. Come on. This was an incredibly frustrating process. You have no idea. And you'll see why. You'll see me bounce back and forth. Like, docking in orbit is hard enough. Trying to dock while hovering, like trying to hover is so hard. Like I could kind of get it, and if I had finer tweakings of my throttle, I could maybe get it better. But man, it was difficult. Vessel was not designed to hover, that's for sure. The tug design is a good design, but it's not designed to hover. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Everything goes out of whack. We're actually about to come back up on some live audio and back to 1 time speed. So I'll let me talk. Me, I'll leave it to you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, me. What did you do? What did I do, me? Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I guess this thing is going to be a permanent landmark on the moon. And I think I'm going to scrap this whole tug idea. And probably scrap that whole Kethane miner. I will come back with a rover eventually and rescue the Kerbals that are on it. But I believe that the rocket itself is done for. And I'm going to fly another rocket, another Kethane miner, over to the moon here. The same rocket design, but I'm going to land it in a better spot. Now that I have more Kethane locations, I can land one probably in the equator on a more flat surface. Alright, stop spinning that thing. Ooh. Chase camera will make you dizzy. Alright, so let's... Why can't I go to the Space Center? There we go, Space Center. Alright, so I decided to just design a completely new Kethane miner to take to the moon. This one with basically the whole tug idea. So you got the atomic engines, but it's all built into the rocket, and then it will land on these extensions here. See, they stick out with landing legs, and they will land like that, mine, and go. Suppose I can put some ladders and stuff on here real quick. Utility. Ooh, but I gotta be careful. So let's do the not so special ladders here. So we can get them to turn angle, snap off. There we go. That. There. Hopefully that's away from the solar panels. slowly begin turning it back inward. There. Just want to bring it to the point where I will come down straight between everything here. Just like that, and then put the big ladder on. Big ladder should actually be more like here. So I'll just keep putting the little guys on. Hopefully I'm putting them close enough to each other that they can navigate between them. There we go. Cool. Oh, I should set action groups. So we will set toggle drill as, oops, not as stage. As number 1 will be toggle drill. No, number 1 should be toggle panels, not toggle drill. Number 2 should be toggle drill. Toggle drill. There we go. Perfect. Save. Perfect. Alright. Now let's take this to the moon. Alright, as I did last time, I'm fast forwarding through this launch process. The first launch on this failed because, why did it fail? Oh, because the staging is wrong. If you look over on the left-hand side, you can see that two of the decouplers, one of the horizontal decouplers, the stacked decouplers, and the radial decoupler are supposed to go off at the same time. That's wrong. That's bad. You'll see what that does. But in the meantime, well, let's click watch it happen. Here. She's like, what? I'm confused. Why stuff's going wrong? Yep, there's the problem. Alright. So now let's talk about, back to talking about this MOM mission here. The Mars Orbital Mission. It means it's a huge impact on the Indian Space Research Organization, which is their NASA. And it's basically like the Mount Everest of spaceflight. So there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of vessels that have tried to make it to Mars that have failed. You know, the NASA had a few that failed on launch. The Japanese attempted, and it flew right past Mars without taking any data. And then the Chinese failed to get an attempt in orbit. So if India can do this, they're going to be the superior space power in Asia, which is fantastic for them. Apparently India does have a moon orbiter with partial success after less than 10 months in orbit. Oh, they lost contact with the radio dishes. That sucks. I wonder what happened to it. If it just ran out of battery, or if it came down to the surface. Ugh, that sucks. But the next step is that India is supposed to help with the big mission to the moon, the next mission to go to the moon and get stuff, you know, get more samples and do more science on the moon. It'll be awesome. And it's pretty sweet to see that that India's taking part in this whole science experimenting with space and space travel and trying to get us, you know, to better us and get us off this planet that we're on, that we're ruining. Alright, we're about to go back to live audio here, normal speed, as we attempt to land this sucker. Alright, I keep having all sorts of issues. Oh no! Well, okay. Maybe I can do this better. Alright, so I accidentally attempted to load the autosave because F9 is load autosave, and it's also record in fraps, so yeah, I just kind of messed up a little bit. I had done this whole thing already, and was just about to dock with our station when this happened. When I loaded the autosave or loaded the quick save. It's fine. This actually gives me a chance to make a better attempt at this because I kind of messed up the first one. Alright, so let's land us and collect us some Kethane. You don't need to watch the entire descent process at normal speed. I can fast forward you through it. It's pretty basic. Lower velocity down to 300. Once you drop down to about 8,000 meters from the surface, throttle up until you lower yourself gently down. Ground. No. We need thrusters. We need them higher. Where's our shadow? Ooh, we came in a little hotter than I had hoped, but we landed. Actually, pretty successfully, as long as there is Kethane here. Let's see the green cloud. Please? Yeah! Alright. Now we shall collect our Kethane. It's EVA Nadine. You can go out. See if you can climb down this massive ladder. I forgot to extend this ladder. But it works. If I had extended that ladder, it would have worked perfectly. Yeah. Now stay clear of all that toxic dust. Over here. Let's plant a flag. Yeah. Nedlin. Nedlin is the name. First successful moon mine. There we go. First successful moon mine. Nedlin. Nedlin did what? What did Nedlin do? Nedlin came. Nedlin mined. Nedlin left. Nedlin left. Alright. Huzzah! There's our flag. Woohoo! Alright. Let's turn our little jetpack on here. Go up just to catch onto the ladder. Ooh, grab. Alright, so climb back up. So you can see some of the options I had there for Nedlin on the ground was like take surface sample and EVA report. That's for career mode. If you want to check my series of career mode out, you can check. I have another series on my channel. You can go there and watch my KSP career mode. It's pretty fun. I like being limited. It's kind of interesting. Let's fill up our Kethane. It took a lot longer than I planned to fill up our Kethane tanks. And there's the sun. And we are full up on Kethane. So we can raise our drills. Oops. There we go. We can raise our drills. Prepare as we gain some more electrical charge. Now where? Oops. Okay. So we want to intercept. This is our target. Set as target. So we're looking at like a 95-degree angle we're going to go at. See it? There's the marker. So as soon as we have, until we got a little bit more electric charge, I'm going to have like 250. Just to be safe. I'm not sure. I think the atomic engines produce electricity, but I want to be safe. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. The next step we need to do is to rendezvous with the space station. Rendezvousing is kind of a complicated process. It's way more complicated than the movie Gravity, where you just move from one vessel to the next. You actually have to align your orbits properly, so that, like, what I'll do is I'll get to about 150 to 180, which is underneath the orbit of the space station, and I'll orbit around there as we slowly will catch up behind it. We'll chase it around until we come close enough that we can approach it. Beautiful. Alright, so yep, there we go, it was on target. Now let's find the retrograde marker so that I can kill relative velocity. Really easy. Relatively easy. Ha 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 ha. Alright, where is target though? It is behind me-ish. There it is. So we're supposed to get about 3.5 meters apart, kilometers apart. Alright, let's kill relative velocity. Alright, I have a lot more fuel on this attempt than I did on the last attempt, so I'm okay with this. There? Okay, there we go. I just want to get the prograde marker. Let's do it like that. Let's just get the prograde marker right on it. There. Now I'm moving directly at it. So we can time warp a little bit till we get closer to it. A little bit closer. Oh, stop. Okay, now we gotta kill relative velocity again. Still moving like right at it though. So I'm gonna let us get a little bit closer before I kill relative velocity. We should be able to get like within 100, maybe. Alright, killing relative velocity. So let's point the docking port right at it. Just like this. And now switch over to this guy. I want to control from here. Where are you? There you are. And that docking port is my target. RCS is on. Oh, the resource is looking. Plenty of RCS fuel. Alright. Let's turn on the docking camera, shall we? It's my first time using the docking camera. Gotta move towards it. H is to move forward with your RCS thrusters. N is to move backwards. I believe, yeah. Shift does nothing. I moves. Basically, you can follow along on your nav ball as to the directions. I will move your cursor up on the nav ball. K will move it down on the nav ball. L will move it to the right on the nav ball, and J will move it to the left on the nav ball. These are all lateral movements. Yeah, lateral movements as opposed to like turning. Very, very necessary for docking. Just getting closer. Oh, look at the docking camera. You can see it in there. Alright. Now, when we get close enough when it comes to the docking, magnets will take effect. You have to be super close, though. Magnets will take effect. And, no, this way. Yeah, okay. Magnets will take effect and clamp the two vessels together. Come on, getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. I use a lot of time warp for this. No rotation. Okay, now let's move down. Give it the old slow down. Slow down. Okay, go this way. And keep us perfectly lined up. Alright, that's what this is for. Alright, keep it lined up. Okay. Beautiful. We're on the approach. Permission to dock. Permission granted. See, magnets are taking effect now. Bouncing around. Turn our CS off and SAS off. Yes! There we go. We have one vessel docked together. Or two vessels docked together, making it one big vessel. Excellent! Alright. So now, we can... Oh, no. We do not want to do that. We want to keep our orbit the same. Okay. Is that how that works? No, is it Alt and Alt? Yes, okay. And we will go in, transfer in. All that Kethane. What? Alright, so let's do some liquid fuel conversions and some oxidizer conversions. Look at that fuel tank filling up. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I think I might scrap this miner design, and essentially I just want to get rid of this bottom tank. In fact, I can get rid of this top tank and just use the smaller tank. It'll be a lot lighter, a lot easier to lift it up into orbit. I can just use some structural parts here. It'll be perfect. What's the Kethane here? Look at that go. Filling it up. Might as well turn on the monopropellant converter too. Fill up the monopropellant. How about these guys? These guys getting filled up? Nah. But I can manually fill those up. Alright, let's do some time warping. This will be perfect. We can get... If I turn the... Oh, the grid is on. Okay. We'll get some nodes scanned while we fill up our fuel tanks. Oh, are these filling up? They're not filling up. Pump all that kethane in there. Perfect. From here to there, go. Beautiful. So now we'll fill up these tanks in. Oh, we're on the dark side and we are losing fuel fast. Or losing electricity fast. It's alright, there we go, boom. Just reached over the surface. Sounded like we found some kethane. Look at that big old pile of kethane. That's where we were just mining, kind of. Look at that whole area is kethane. I think that'll be our best spot to mine, just right along our orbital path of our conversion vehicle, our conversion station. Do we have any more kethane? Got no more room for anything. Alright, let's transfer some fuel. Not even like losing fuel, I'm gaining fuel because the kethane is being converted as I'm transferring, which is amazing. Oops, not this one. This and this. If I could get rid of the top part of this, like the tug that I used before, I would totally do that and just use it as a tug and just crash this mining vessel into the surface. I like the design. It's going to work in the future as an overall design as long as I get rid of this big tank and only use that small tank. Well, we completely pre-fueled up. We filled up the tank in the station, which is just a storage tank. There's no propulsion on the station, and filled up all of our all of our engines. Oh man, every single one. And we still had some fuel left, or some kethane left. And I'm going to end this episode here. If you enjoyed this video, please click like down below, subscribe to see other videos like it. Go check out my Kerbal Space Program career mode videos. They're awesome. I am Golgoth, and I will see you next time. Oh, sorry.